My guy, Bow-Legged Joe, also known as Joey Crack, is here to say that that is house N-word activity if you still decide to vote for Donald Trump after the jokes he made about Puerto Rico being Hispanic yourself. Let me tell you two things. You see a sticker on my chest, and I'm Hispanic, and I did not vote for Laughing Come Out. Now, do I think you have to vote for someone to represent your people? Not at all. I think the right of being an American is to vote whoever you feel fit for the position, whoever's morals and actions you can tie yourself more to. But since we're here for the culture, we gotta hit what Fat Joe said. I haven't seen this video at all. I was scanning through and I saw this title. I'm like, we gotta hear this. What Joey Crack talking about? It's wild though. Cardi B from being in the clubs to now speaking at Kamala Harris's rally, teleprompter not working, to Joey Crack sitting here and talking about what the president got to say and how you should feel as an American and who you should vote for if you're Hispanic. Wow, times have changed. I'm getting old. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Please share your thoughts. Guys, don't forget at 10,000 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway. If you guys haven't seen some of the unboxings we've done previously in this channel, I suggest you go check them out. The hat we're wearing right now, we unboxing this channel is the Travis Scott, Young Thug, Cactus Jack Spider collab. We actually have another Cactus Jack Spider collab dropping tomorrow. If you want to go check that out, sub up, sub up, sub up. All you got to do is follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, and at 9,000 subscribers, I'll give more information on Instagram on what you have to do to win that giveaway. Let's not waste no more time and get into this. Let's see what Joey Crack got to say.
Breaks my heart when I see people talk about, and I tell you, if any one of you guys got Puerto Rican friends, when you go over there and you go visit, the first thing they tell you is my island, my island. Yo, you went to my island? You enjoy they tell me that. Like I'm not from Puerto Rico. They be like, my island, you was there. I see the picture, my island. How the hell are they gonna call Puerto Rico an island of garbage? Yes. And when I post on my Instagram, these the guys you're voting for, and I see Puerto Ricans saying, no, we're still for Trump, 2024. That's the house mentality. Yeah. You know, that's a Latino that wish he was white, right?
Not at all. Not at all. Do I think the joke was funny? I don't. I never thought that comedian was funny to begin with. Do I think Trump and everybody sat down to hear his jokes? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay, all right, okay.
Those comments being condemned across Florida. Senator Rick Scott saying in part on X, this joke bombed for a reason. It's not funny and not true. Puerto Ricans are amazing people and amazing Americans. I've been to the island many times. It's a beautiful place.
Again, I don't find that comedian funny, not even one single bit. I don't really go into this to see the celebrities that are going to tie back to Kamala Harris, nor do I see the celebrities that are tying to Donald Trump and then decide who I want to vote for president to see by who's backing them. At that point, that's like me saying, all right, you're crazy because if you're voting for Kamala Harris after she had Meg Thee Stallion in a Secret Service outfit twerking on stage, or Glorilla doing a full performance dressed like a Black Panther, or Cardi B that can't read, trying to read a teleprompter that didn't work and having to read out of a phone like Drake spin a freestyle on Hot 97.
Sit around and talk about what they'd have done if they was you. Yeah, but no, I ball without a sphere in sight. Club owners give me reasons to appear at night, and just know that I be in the mirror like, are you listening? I hope you hear it right.
I don't really think our politics decision really comes down to the celebrities or the comedians that join on stage. Do I think the joke was funny? Not at all. Do I think the joke was terrible? For sure. Do I think he should have never stood up there? And not at all. Do I think Donald Trump makes the best decisions all the time? Not at all. I don't even think J.D. Vance should have been vice president. I think Byron Donald should have been vice president. But again, both sides are going to always make decisions that we think is terrible. At that, you just got to see what you like from both and who has something more that you side with.
Those the guys in the comments, you know what I mean? Change their voice up, try to sound white, try to fill in. Those the guys, you know, those are guys I've been fighting my whole life. Because they look at me like, you know, what I am. He from the mud. And he don't care because Fat Joe really don't care. I'm good with steak and lobster, but I'm good with 4 chicken wing fried rice. I don't give... You can take mine and I'm still here. I'm good in any hood. That's how I feel.
You know, about a week ago, Tavis Smiley, the journalist, had a program in which he said, we're getting closer to the election. Something crazy always happens in October. How long is it going to be before somebody from that camp uses the N-word? And this was basically the equivalent.
No, this was all right, so.
Also, let's remember, homie was a comedian. He was not part of the camp. Again, 5th time I'm going to say it, the joke was not funny. The joke was terrible. Whoever decided to book a comedian right now at a time like this when people are already looking at you one way, I don't know who's in Donald Trump's side that be giving him advice. That for sure got to be looked at. That for sure got to be looked at.
I'm smart, but maybe not that smart, right? So I try to figure out what would make these people do this in the middle of New York City. I don't know how they ain't get up in Madison Square Garden.
Real.
But I know these people are very diabolical and very smart. And there's no way they had a whole rally of just hate. He's like, oh, I see the black guy over there. He's carving watermelon right now. Like, and they're using Nazi quotes.
Right.
But I'm trying to figure out, like, my Rubik's Cube is like, yo, but what do they think they're getting out of this, right? Like, what's the flip side of what they're doing? Because I don't get it.
I think everything that Fat Joe said in this was wrong. Not at all. You're Puerto Rican. You should definitely feel whatever way you feel. We even see people like Bad Bunny jump out and defend Kamala Harris after that and support her after Trump and his team said that joke.
And Bad Bunny posted an 8-minute long video, basically a love, an ode to Puerto Rico, to his 45 million followers. I know that Democrats want this to be a thing, but just like truth serum, is this really a thing?
It is certainly, from what I'm seeing, I've never seen anything like this. And I've never seen anything like this close to an election. So if anything is ever going to matter about Donald Trump's racism and xenophobia, this can be it. Because Jake, Pennsylvania, and especially because of where it is, Pennsylvania, right? Almost 500,000 Puerto Ricanos live there, in addition to other Latinos, because this is offensive not just to Puerto Ricanos, but to all Latinos, and I think a lot of sensible Americans as well. I have heard so many anecdotal conversations and call-in shows. I've been listening to Puerto Rican radio. People are calling in, and they are fired up. Right. They are mad as hell. I've heard a lot of Trump-supporting Puerto Ricanos who are saying, I am not going to vote for this guy, and I'm going to tell all of my friends and family to vote for Kamala.
Jake, just to add to that, I was at a rally in Pennsylvania this morning with President Bill Clinton.
Where in Pennsylvania?
In Johnstown,
okay.
In Northwest. But after the rally with Clinton, I had 4 people come up to me and tell me they weren't going to vote, but now they are.
Yeah.
Just 4 people.
I was in Philly.
When you're trying to get as many votes as you can, to come and say a joke about any race, not at all. And it wasn't like it came out of his mouth, but it was still his team and his decision to book that comedian. A dude that's not even funny to begin with. I would have suggested that he would have booked a comedian in New York City of color. And again, not because we're pandering to one over the other. It's just due to the fact of safety. It's due to the fact that you don't want to say anything right now to anger one group over the other, which they did. They angered all the Puerto Ricans against them. Now, Fat Joe still said some Puerto Ricans are standing with Donald Trump. Again, I'm Hispanic myself, been Dominican my whole life as much as I know. I never wanted to be white. As Fat Joe said, if you vote for Trump, you want to be white. Not at all. Not at all. One thing that Virgil always said that always stood out to me was sounding proper, being educated is not you trying to be white. So the fact that I'm not everywhere I go, yo, what's good? My nigga was popping 5. Like, there's a place and there's a time. When I'm with my people, I'm chilling, I'm posted up, I'm on the block looking around, smoking, laughing, we cracking bottles, we smoking, we drinking in the corner. Am I gonna go bring the same thing to my corporate job on a Monday and walk in there like, yo, what's popping? I see you, boy. I see you out there looking fly. Nigga came out here with the double tone. 2-color tie today? I see you, playboy. How your wife looking? Still looking fire like always, I bet. Nah, bro, you gotta understand. So changing your voice, changing the tone that you speak in is, again, not trying to be like one group, but also trying to be always educated and representing yourself the best you can in every room that you're in. And I feel like when you look like me and you look like Fat Joe and you look like dude that's interviewing Fat Joe, we always got to go a step higher because they're already judging us when we walk through the door. So we can't give them any more ammo to use against us. Do I think you should portray your vote on this joke? Not at all. To me, I always like to say this, but this is, again, not true at all. This is just stuff that's in my sick brain. I don't really think one group cares about black and Spanish people more than the other. Do I think the Democrats care more than the other? No, I think the Democrats know for sure that they got our vote and secure and locked. Keep feeding us the food stamps every month. Keep giving us EBT. Keep giving us Section 8 and a whole bunch of other programs telling us if you make too much or you go to college and get a good job, just know this will be taken away from you. If I was you, I'll stay where you're at. Free daycare, free all that. Relax. Don't make your life better, where we don't really see the same from the other side. I believe you should look at both parties, see what they're both speaking about and what benefits you the most. What do you align with? What do you believe with? Again, neither side is going to be 100% correct. It's politics. Neither side is going to be 100% correct. It's whatever side you like more, whatever side you can live with after you make that vote. Let me tell you, I voted for Joe Biden and I hated myself for the last 4 years. Paying groceries I can't even afford, paying $2,000 rent to live in the hood of Miami. It's just crazy. It's just literally crazy. I think my parents and my mom used to complain that rent was $800 when I was a kid. Only if she could have seen the future that we paying 2 bands to have a 1-bedroom apartment. It's crazy. It's literally crazy to me. And yeah, you could be like, yo, but you're living in Miami by choice. I get it. But even 5 years ago, it wasn't no 2 bands to live in the hood in Miami. You get me in a 1-bedroom apartment. It's just where the world is getting right now is just crazy. And I don't even know if I can speak for the whole world. I can speak for the United States. The trajectory that the United States is heading in is just not the same land that I've read about in history books and everything coming up. Now as an adult, I really say, like, is this really the best country? Every time I go travel around the world, like, is back home really the best country? Other than we got Jungle Boys and Cookies on some custy shit. Other than that, is it really the best? You guys answer down below. Don't ever let no one tell you if you don't do this vote, you're not whatever group. Remember, Joe Biden told us before, if you don't vote for him, you're not black.
Listen, you got to come see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
I just think putting statements like that is dangerous. Putting statements like that out is dangerous to people that came from other islands and other countries into America to make their own decision. Don't ever tell me what I am off the vote that I base. Now, Joe, if you believe that's the best thing and you think voting for the people is gross, for sure, you have your right. But don't tell me you're not Dominican if you don't. Nigga, who is you? Who is you? That's like me saying you're not skinny if you don't go to the gym. You skinny now out of nowhere, right? Because you stabbed yourself in the arm and in the inner thigh. Can't tell me who I am or what group I belong to off a vote that I play. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below. At 10,000 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway.